Hello, hello, and welcome to Small Potatoes, a show where we discuss the insignificant, inconsequential, and often inappropriate tidbits of life that we feel deserve more attention. I'm Spencer.
I'm Trevor.
And I'm Anthony. We've been getting back so much feedback. Let me just say, as the leader of the podcast, that I speak on behalf of all of us, that this is the reason why we do the podcast. It is so great to see that you guys love it or hate certain topics that we're talking about, and that's just kind of really cool, and I appreciate it. So please keep letting us know your opinions on the subjects that we talk about.
You guys have been sending in your childhood cartoon fetishes, which is really weird. Please stop doing that. You guys have been defending tater tots, which is really cool. I appreciate that.
Please stop doing that.
Either way, if you guys have any other controversial opinions or just little tidbits of life that don't really have a place anywhere else, they have a place on this podcast. We want to discuss it. The little details that are insignificant.
We'll fight about it.
Send them in, and we'll fight about it. Exactly.
All right, so this is episode 5, and we talk about a lot. We talk about Trevor being a big old slacker.
Not the word I would
The
use.
word we would use.
Absolutely a big old slacker. We talk about boogers, boogie oogies.
Gross.
Picking your nose, digging for gold.
And we talk about red receipts.
Ooh, controversial.
Hate them.
Anyway, we talk about a lot. I hope you guys enjoy. It's a really fun episode. We really like putting it together.
And remember, it's all fun and games until someone cares. We don't, so it's all fun and games.
We're rolling.
So here's the chain of events.
Hello?
We all get together.
That's not our intro. Yeah, sing the theme song. Sing the theme song.
And yes, she's annoying.
Give it to me. What's it called?
What's the name of the show?
Okay. Ooh, yeah, the teeth, the tongue, and the lips. I'm ready. I'm ready for a good old-fashioned podcast.
Should we hop in?
Yeah, dude, let's hop on in.
All right.
Ooh, I'm about to dive in. Ooh,
Small potatoes, papas fritas. Welcome to Small Potatoes.
How do we start usually?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
I could start.
All right. Hit us.
Okay, so I've wanted to talk about this small potato item, bring it to the table. It has literally been keeping me up at night, and I want you guys to guess what it is.
Ooh, okay.
Just guess. Are you going to give us hints?
I'm gonna guess. Ready?
No, I'm
is
going to
it a
give
monster?
you a hint. No. Hey, I'm giving you a hint. Okay, are you ready?
Oh, the sex that you're having?
Is that like jerking off next to you?
You
Like,
having sex?
Nope.
it's your dog jerking off next to you?
It is literally my dog. If anybody who has dogs out there and you hear the noise, you know that your dog is just going to town on themselves. All over their anus and their genitals.
God, props to dogs.
Oh, yeah. It just got me thinking, like, I wish I was able to do that.
That was my first question was, do you think humans, it would just be normal for humans to fellatio themselves or cunnilingize?
Cunnilingize.
To orally pleasure oneself. If humans were all able to do it, like no problem, would it just be normal? Probably, right?
I think so. Yeah, 100%. Just like masturbation is normal.
Yeah, well,
because it's easy.
No,
and we all can do it.
You should feel bad about that. That is a sin.
Should feel really guilty.
Not in this house.
I was just gonna say that I have a fan on at night, so I don't hear that kind of stuff. So if I had a dog that did that, I wouldn't know.
Okay, it's not like it drowns out all sound.
Yeah, the fan cancels all
Apparently,
noise.
he can't sleep at night.
If there's a dog laying next to you, like blowing himself, you're gonna hear it, regardless of how
No,
loud the fan is.
So normally when you have a fan, there's 3 settings. There's one, 2, and 3, or low, medium, high.
How about wait.
I normally have mine on 2 and 3.
I have a gripe with fans. Why the fuck is it always 0, 3, 2, 1? What's the benefit? Why do you do that, fan companies? Why is it?
What do you mean?
Like the dials are always like off is past is It's like low, medium, high, and then off. When there's like a little turn switch, there's a little dial on the dial.
Because if you need a fan, if you need like power right away, it's like, let's just go from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
It's like whatever is most used. Most used is highest.
Is that really the only logic there is to it?
Yeah, probably.
Let's give them max speed the first notch. It feels that doesn't.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I do. I'm like 3.
Whenever I want a fan on, I desperately want it on. So I want that one click high power below my face.
I guess, but would you want your gas pedal to work that way? Like the pressing the hardest is the slowest, and like barely on is the. It's not like it's annoying because every time you go to turn it on and you're not going to max speed, you're like you have to like go past the max speed, and it's like. Like you have to like adjust where 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 makes so much more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Why is off behind the
Ready?
top speed?
I'll explain. So you know how you go like, I don't know, like 3 days and you're like, actually, I don't really remember when the last time I had water was. And then you go get water and then you just like gulp that shit down. It's because you're like, I need 100. Not like a little bit. I don't need sips. I need like my lips are so chapped right now. I need to put all the moisture back into them. So it's just that same type of analogy, Trevor. We need fan air when we need it.
Dom Toretto does not hit the NOS right when the race starts. You wait.
Did you just call it NOS?
The NOS.
The Nas.
The NOS.
NOS?
Yeah, same thing.
Nope.
One's a rapper and the other one is gas.
Is the rapper pronounced that way?
Yes.
I thought it was Nas.
Oh no.
Well, you hit
Oh, God.
you hit the NOS, the nitrous oxide.
Good job.
Uh-huh. And you don't do it at the beginning of the race. You build up to it. You don't start at max speed. That's my point here.
No, that's not true. When you start a race, you don't go putt, 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 putt.
Yeah,
you
you
go
go
literally foot on the
floor,
gas pedal.
yeah.
When it goes 3, 2, and then right.
But you don't hit
hold
the
on.
little red button on your gear
Right
shift
as it
right
gets to
away.
2, right as it gets to 2, finger on the button.
No.
Just like,
Oh
Just
my
like
God.
in Mario Kart.
Yes, literally
Yes,
in Mario.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose your first street race.
Oh my God, are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Are you done?
Have you ever
That
played
is a
Mario Kart?
great
Everyone
example,
knows.
Anthony.
Gosh, Trevor, it's like get educated.
Educated.
I feel like the logic is falling apart around us.
Around you.
Well, but you
You.
around you.
Your logic is falling
You
apart.
are.
No.
argument
I'm
doesn't
finding
make it-
myself in a box and I'm putting you in there with me. All right. I still think it's weird that fans start with 3.
It's like
they start with
think
max
of a
speed.
stovetop is the same way. When you turn on your stove, you start high.
Weird.
Not weird.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay. You had a couple things that you wanted to talk about, Trevor.
Whatever.
Some small potatoes, maybe.
I don't want to talk about anything anymore.
A little bit of small potatoes.
Yeah. So I recently started at a new job a couple months ago.
Ooh.
And so I'm
do tell.
settling into
Oh, like the work culture, just a bunch of clicks.
figuring out like the best way to do things. There's not a lot of clicks because Rona's got everyone antisocial.
Got it.
But I was just thinking of the phenomenon of when you start a new job, I feel like there's kind of like a bell curve as far as like effort. When you in the first few months, there's this bell curve of I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna like put most effort in. I'm gonna like try to learn, and like you feel kind of weird and like dorky because you're like a try hard when you first start, right? And you're like, hey, like trying to like please everyone and like try to do everything right and follow all the rules. And then there's a certain point where you feel confident and comfortable in your abilities. You start to get lazy, right? And then you start putting very little effort in, and then you start fucking up and like making mistakes because you're putting little effort in, and then you kind of rebound. The bell curve goes back down. You kind of rebound back to like probably like a middle ground of like, okay, I know what I can slack on, and I know what I'm good at, and like what I have to put little effort into, what I have to put a lot of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's like a bell curve over time, or a reverse bell curve.
Like a reverse bell curve.
A U curve.
A U
A U curve.
is that? Yeah.
So I I think this is a U curve because I don't know if it pertains to everyone. I definitely I like to think that I try when I go to work.
So by you mean YOU? Like a Trevor curve?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I like to think that I try consistently to go to work.
You try at work.
Yeah, punch me in the
Fucking
face.
Capitalist slave. Work is
Yeah.
about minimum effort.
And you know what the funny thing is that the person who has told me that the most is you, is Trevor Davis. I was just talking to my girlfriend about this, about how I yesterday was like, hey guys, look, can we record tomorrow? I got slammed with a massive, paper, at least 5 pages. So can we do it tomorrow? And Spencer goes, yep. And the first thing that Trevor says was 4 pages gets a B.
It's true. Nobody knows that little college hack. If you go under the minimum page count, they'll only dock you a few points. You don't fail.
So,
It's not a
no,
zero.
no, so here's the thing.
It's only like half a
Here's the
grade
thing.
point per page.
but it's also the way it's structured, this paper is structured is X amount of points for this section. If you don't do
Then
that
you make
section
the
right,
short
you get,
you make the sections all short.
You don't try on any of the sections and you just get a C. That's totally fine.
if anyone's afraid of success in life, just know that Trevor Davis went to college and he currently has a job now.
Look, I did school for 16 years, and my philosophy from beginning to end was how little can I do and get away with a decent passable grade with this. And sometimes it meant skipping out on assignments. Sometimes it meant underdoing essays. But it always got me at least a B minus. And a B minus will get you so far in life.
Hey guys, welcome to Inspo, the podcast where passing, hey, it's passing.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Passing will get you so far. It'll get you to the next grade and the next grade and into college and to the next grade and to graduation. And look,
Your job is killer.
I have a bachelor's degree and nobody knows what my grade point average was. No one really cares. And I underachieved for 16 years to get the same degree as someone who tried hard for straight A's all the time.
And what job do you have versus what job does the straight A?
Yeah, what's your job?
I I deliver products to people in a black bag.
Got it.
Really cool. Really cool. And
It's super cool. And I work for tips.
how was the hiring process? They probably really cared about you, that degree, right?
It was one of those interviews where you kind of join the Zoom call and they're like, all right, let's get you started.
Got it. It's probably because you had a degree.
Yeah, they saw the degree on there and they're like, we don't even need to interview this guy.
All right, there it is. Thanks for the advice. Thanks for being our guest and for the advice today. You can log off now,
All right.
and we'll just continue us hosts.
I'll catch up with you guys next week. I'm sure Spencer has a fun time looking at rocks and putting effort in is fun for him. But when you're delivering to rich people shit that they ordered online, there's no romanticism. It's, I'm gonna scrape on by and clock out as soon as possible.
There's no higher purpose to
There is zero higher purpose to what I do.
Dude, I'm glad that it's working out for you.
Do you guys pick your nose? You must, right? Everyone does.
I literally have never picked my nose. Is that what someone does? Do people do that? With what?
People like to pretend that they don't.
Dude, do you want to know?
Everyone does. Like, how do you not? Like, how do you just not get that
Hey, do
shit
you want
out?
to know why I don't use public transit anymore?
If you don't pick your nose, I judge you because it's like, okay, your nose is full of boogers then. Gross. Get that shit out of you.
It's called a Kleenex, Trevor.
Well, yeah, but you put the Kleenex on your finger and pick your nose either way.
Yeah, so your hands stay clean and you don't get sick.
No, yeah, I'm not like saying like it needs to be barehanded, but like you're still picking your nose with a tissue. Like it's no different.
Okay.
I just the stigma around picking noses is antiquated.
Pick your nose. We will judge you, but just do it. Do it.
Yeah. No, I already did. I'm good. I put it
did?
in my old can.
You are disgusting.
I don't eat it. That's gross. All right, Anthony, go ahead.
It's just gross. Picking your nose is gross.
Yeah, but you do it.
Yeah. In secret.
Yeah, which is fine. Which, yeah, I have no problem with
Do
that.
it in secret. Here's the thing. Please,
I just think like acting like you
Please.
don't do it is bullshit.
please. When I say please 3 times,
It's like pretending like you don't poop.
holy
Like fuck
shit.
off.
is there a problem with my
No,
Discord?
there's not a problem. Trevor's just a jackass.
Because for the last 27 minutes, I've tried to speak and have been spoken over every time. So I'm getting upset.
Your huge bottle of wine.
And I'm also getting drunk. So they're mixing. So here's the thing. If I'm going to repeat something 3 times, maybe let me talk. Picking your nose is gross. And that's why you should do it in secret. That is the reason why I don't take public transit anymore. And because of COVID-19. Here's the thing. The last time I was on the bus. So you know how you can go online and take one of those tests and figure out how much carbon emissions, what's your footprint, how much you waste, how much you put into the air. I found out.
I've never done that, but sure.
Yeah, I found out that my number is quite large. It's lower than some people, but it's quite large still because of driving places. So it's like, great idea. I'm going to take the bus to school. Took the bus to school, and then it was fine on the way there. And on the way back, I'm sitting on the bus.
Was it yellow? Was it like a yellow bus?
No, it was a bus in
it-
Utah.
Anthony, be honest.
Yep.
Was it regular length?
It was actually elongated where it's like an accordion in the middle, and you're like, I gotta stand there.
Oh, that means you're extra smart.
I gotta stand in the elongated part so I can be like, whoa, cars don't do this. So after I was done playing in there, and then the bus driver was like, hey, sit down. And I was like, okay. And I sat down.
Sounds like you're on a school bus.
I sat down,
Take it easy back there. No roughhousing.
and I was like, okay, Janet. Because we know the bus driver's name. Because it's like a school bus. Anyways, listen. So I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting on the part where like your back is against like the side of the bus, so you're looking straight at another person. Kind of like on a train or a subway or anything like that. Just it doesn't have to be just buses. I want this to be a relatable conversation to everybody listening.
Or like a limousine
Yeah, kind of like a limousine.
for our wealthier listeners.
Yeah, if you're wealthy and you don't know what we're talking about, imagine a limousine. So I'm sitting, there's a stranger in front of me who is sitting there, and then all of a sudden she decides to start picking her nose. Now, I get really sad.
Power to her.
I get really sad because not only does she try to like start picking her nose, she like really puts effort in this and then decides to take her finger out and examine the booger right in front of my goddamn face. Almost threw up literally right there. Projectile vomited all over that booger. I was
Just admiring her work.
I was so sad.
What's wrong with that?
This was happening right in front of my eyes.
When you wipe your ass, do you not check?
No, dude, that shit just goes straight down.
When you give birth to a child, do you not stare at it longingly?
My mother never looked at me
You
once.
should examine the things that come out of your body, is my point. Just to check that everything's A-okay health-wise.
My argument is that it's gross, so don't do it.
What if
in
the
public.
booger was red and she flicked it before she checked? Now, she's got blood in her sinuses and she doesn't even know. She could have a tumor in her head and not even know. But if she checked and went, oh no, there's blood in my boogers, off
No.
to the doctor.
You're wrong.
Bus driver, turn this thing around.
Janet, stop. Keep going. Here's the thing. If you pick your nose and it comes out red, it's not telling you have a tumor. It tells you that your nails are too long.
And that you pick your nose too much.
And that you pick your nose too often.
It could be a hydration problem.
So listen, the story's not over though. It doesn't end there. This girl inspects it and then decides to, in front of my face, within feet away from me, eat it.
Yeah, see, that's where I draw the line.
No,
Oh my
wait.
God.
In her defense, do you want her to just wipe it on the chair? She's in a public place. What is she gonna do with it?
As far as I'm concerned, an unaimed flick, it's gone. It disappears.
It disappears.
If you just flick it into the air and you don't know where it went, the universe doesn't know where it went.
Not how it works.
It might as well have disappeared. But in fairness to all the listeners who are grossed out by the things I'm saying, I do draw the line at eating your boogers. There's no point. It's gross.
I think
Dig up in there all you want, but it's no longer yours. Like, you get rid of that shit.
I'm not
You
saying
expel
that
it and you
I'm not
flush.
saying that like I eat my boogers, but everybody swallows their mucus every day. So there's no difference between
Yeah, but here's the thing.
taking it out and just putting it in your mouth.
Here's the thing is I think that once a bodily fluid or bodily substance leaves your body, it can no longer enter it again. Like saliva, like once you could spit, think about this, like spitting in a cup and then drinking that spit, disgusting, get the fuck away from me. But it's just your own spit that was just in your mouth. What's the difference? Once a bodily substance leaves your body, it's gone forever. It can no longer re-enter. Like a booger.
This like reminds me of my conversation with my husband who won't let me use his toothbrush to brush my teeth.
Yeah, because that's weird.
I don't get it.
I feel like once you sign the papers, it's kind of a free roam and like
Thank you.
Yeah, I think he should let you share toothbrushes. But
It's
I
like-
get the sentiment.
I don't get why it's gross if like our mouths are
Right.
all up on each other all the time.
Right.
You know, like my tongue's licking his teeth. What's the difference?
Totally.
Is that how you guys make out too? You lick people's teeth?
I try to just keep it teeth to teeth. I'm a Christian. Yeah. I don't use tongue. I'm not a European.
Look, I haven't even gotten to say what I've been trying to say this whole time.
So sorry.
And that was what my small potato was.
Go ahead.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, go.
Okay, I have a super small potato. This is so small that it doesn't really enter most people's lives in their thoughts until it happens to them
Well, that's our bread and butter.
or something along the lines. All right, here it goes. My small potato is about motherfucking red receipts. You heard me, red receipts. Why do you call it a receipt? I don't know. But red receipts.
Well, I kind of get why.
I got mad issues about red receipts. So, for any of you who don't understand what a red receipt is, you're living under a goddamn rock. Because it's when you text someone and you better have an iPhone.
What's your issue?
Nobody likes red receipts. Let's expand on that. Half of the people on my phone seem to have them on. And it always seems to be for not good reasons. It's like, look, I'm trying to hide. I don't want you to know what I've been doing. So I have it on delivered. But some people decide they're like, you know what? This is gonna get in real deep in the brain for the person that I'm texting by letting them know that I
See,
read.
that's the thing.
Letting
Is
them know that I decided, hey, I got better things to do.
the only people that keep red receipts on are like toxic people who love drama.
It's people who want a psychological advantage over you, is what it is.
Yeah. They want you to know, like, I saw your text and I'm ignoring you.
And here's the thing. I don't care. Don't text me back, bitch.
I just think it's dumb that red receipts exist. It should just exist for everybody or nobody. But what I really hate is that places like Facebook decide that they're gonna fucking turn that shit on for you. And you're like, hey, I haven't used Facebook in 10 years. So then the one time you go onto Facebook after 10 years of not being on, you're like, oh, I've got messages. How do I get rid of them? And normally you gotta like click on them or whatever like that. And as soon as you do, red receipt. So now it says that 10 years later, Anthony read your message. And it's gonna tell them that, but I didn't set it. I didn't turn it on.
Does it notify them too? Or no? If it notifies them, that would be so
No, but I think if they
fucking
just
funny.
go back to the thread, they'll see.
I'm going to get another drink.
Now let's talk shit on them.
Oh,
Hey guys,
please.
welcome to Small Potatoes, the two people that really, really matter. This is the part where we talk mad shit on Trevor.
Mad
Let's
shit.
fire. Let's
Fuck
like
that
let's just
guy. Boom, boom, boom.
fuck that guy. He sucks.
His hair looks
Why does he suck?
silly. Ooh.
That's a good one. He
Thanks.
always walks so weird. The guy walks so weird. It's real though.
Yeah, I never really want to touch his hands. They're a little clammy. He's a little clammy guy.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Fuck him.
And we're back to Small Potatoes, the podcast where there's three friends that love each other so much.
Well, welcome back, Trevor. We love you.
You guys were saying some mean things, weren't you?
Absolutely not.
Guess what flavor I got?
Tangerine.
Wait. Maybe you'll be able to tell. Tell me. See if you can tell what flavor from this.
Okay. Mango.
Oh, that's lime. That's lime.
Watermelon.
Wow.
Just so everyone knows, Trevor is drinking a watermelon Capri Sun.
Yes.
One of the ones with real fruit juice. Not that fake shit.
Yeah, the ones that suck. The ones that are left at the bottom of the cooler at the pool party. That are like once the ice is all melted and there's just water and there's just like
Water.
all the same type of juice. All the sodas are gone.
Okay. Do we have another topic we want to jump on?
I could jump on another thing that's been bugging me this week. Another little tiny potato.
What's been bugging you?
Small potato.
What's the potato?
I'll tell
What's
you.
the small potato?
I'll tell you.
Tell me.
Tell you.
Tell me.
I'll tell you.
Tell me.
I'll tell
Okay.
you. Can't go that high.
All right, I gotta go, guys. I have to leave.
I have been bugged going on social media, seeing posts with the captions IYKYK. If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's some super inside joke that's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
a piece of shit on the floor. It's a photo of a piece of shit on the floor. Like, if you know, you know. I'm like, obviously, most of your Instagram feed doesn't know. Why not
That's the
just
thing is, like,
send it to your friends that know? Send it in the
some-
group text. Why not?
Some people just live in this echo chamber of their friend group that like anything, like they think that the things that are funny in their friend group are just universal. So it's like, I'm going to make this post for my friend group for these 5 people, even though, like you said, like there's hundreds of followers, but it's only for the 5 people that get the inside joke. Inside jokes on social media are obnoxious. totally agree with
Obnoxious. Thank
So you know what? For everyone listening, the next time you see if you know, you know, just comment on it and be like, LOL.
Totally
This is
get
home.
this.
So funny.
Be like, same, literally me last night. Glad we were there to share that laugh.
Glad we were both there.
Repost it too. Put it on your story.
Share it.
Just repost it. Share it.
Good times. Had to be there, and you weren't there. Wait, that's the funniest thing ever. Just being an asshole.
Especially to the followers that like you like followed for like you don't even know why you're still following them still too. And you're like, you know what? This is great.
It's like, I haven't talked to this person in years, but I might run into them at the store, so I might as well just keep the follow.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been confronted by someone who, like, you unfollowed?
Yep.
Fuck off, dude. Fuck off if you're like, you unfollowed me. What's going on, Trevor? Fuck you. We're not friends. That's why. I unfollowed you because I'm not interested in your life. That's what that means. I shouldn't have to tell you what that means. I don't care what you got going on.
You've been confronted multiple times.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really
least-
popular.
Well, here's the thing. People will mid-handshake make eye contact with you and be like, you unfollowed me. And what the fuck do you say to that? Like, oh, sorry, man. I was just like clearing out my socials and I must have accidentally. No, I don't like you. I don't like you and I don't care what you have going on in your life. So I unfollowed you. You were posting way
That's
too
really
much
nice.
about this one thing that you do in your free time and it got annoying. People are confrontational. I would never I wouldn't even, first of all, I don't check.
I wouldn't
like,
know. Yeah.
That's the thing is like once someone confronts you, it's like, oh, I know you're the type of person to check your followers. So I'm glad I unfollowed you because you're not the kind of person I want to be around.
Yeah, I feel like I have that almost in the reverse happen to me where we're like still following each other and I'm like, oh, so if I see you in public, this situation happened to me where you know how like when you see someone in public that you know, maybe you follow them on social media, and it's like it's too fucking obvious that like you both see each other, you're like inches away from each other. Like you have to at least make some sort of effort. No, nobody wants to have the longest conversation in the world, but at least acknowledgement of your existences together, because you're like stuck in a closet together type of close. Like you are so fucking close.
Where?
That you're like, hey,
What is this?
Like,
we know
you're-
each other.
You're in the same line at a grocery store.
Yeah,
Someone's
you're
standing
in
right
line.
behind you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess a grocery store line is basically 7 minutes in heaven. I get it.
Exactly.
the analogy.
It's almost the same thing. So the thing is I've had it happen to me where multiple times with like specific people where I've been like, all right, we got to do this. Let's say hi. And I'll wave and then walk right past me. And I'm like, I simultaneously appreciate that so much, but also am so embarrassed
But
that I
how
just
dare
waved.
you?
You snubbed me? I barely waved to you.
And it's just like now I'm in my head, I'm like, all right, well now we have to unfollow each other, right? But we still follow each other. And you know who you are.
You're listening right now.
Well, they're probably not listening because
Because we
they're
won't even say hi
barely
to each other.
following you. They're definitely not like listening to your podcast.
Well, just know that I have respect for you for doing that. But I was also a little sad that day. And then the next time when it happened too, I was a little sad. But more respect because you did it twice.
I forgot about this story. I know exactly who you're talking.
It's like full respect too for this person. But I was sad.
You know who you are.
Oh, and by the way, one of the times where this person snubbed me, we were talking to one of their family members. Like we did stop and be like, let's have a chat. And this person walked away so that they wouldn't be involved with having to say hi to me.
Get
That's
this.
how much they snubbed.
Get this. I can one up your snub. I, in one of my many service jobs where I barely tried, was serving food to a table where someone I know from elementary and middle school was sitting with their family. And I said, "Hi, so-and-so," as I placed their food in front of them, and they pretended not to hear and didn't look at me. Clearly saw me earlier and chose not to look up when I brought their food. Because I get it. It's an awkward situation when someone you know from school like serves you food. But I was like, I'm the person serving, so I'm going to break the awkwardness. I'm going to say, "Hey, so-and-so." And they didn't look up. They acted like they didn't hear. Their mom even like looked at them for a response and then like saw that they didn't say anything and just didn't say anything either. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll fuck off now. And I left. And like, what the fuck do you do?
See, moments like those, I can't help but have like some amount of like love towards that person for
So much respect
for like
actually.
leaning
Yeah,
into
okay.
it.
I do respect that they didn't want to talk. And because I didn't want to talk either. But like,
Right, but you made
but
the effort.
say hi and then like look away. So it's like we said hi to
Yeah.
each other and we're done. But to avoid
Yeah.
the hi completely, like that's a gamble.
See, here's the thing. I think I'm someone who does not want to have that conversation when you see me in public. I don't, especially if we haven't spoken in a long time.
Right. But like
if
you
one
can
of the
say,
two parties-
"Hey, hi," and then walk away from each other and it's like, okay, we're both
Yeah.
agreed that like we don't want to talk, but we acknowledge each other. But to like not even acknowledge.
Yeah. So the way it works is if both of you can successfully pretend like you are not aware of each other's existence, then great. But if one of the parties has made an effort to say hi or has said something, just say hi back and then we'll be done.
Right.
I feel like,
You know?
I feel like
Exactly.
you both have experienced this and you're so good at just, ignoring and leaving the
Being a
situation.
dick.
But I have literally been caught in Target for like 25 minutes
Dude, why does it
talking
always
to a
happen at
person
Target?
that I do not want to talk to. And I'm just like, oh God,
It always happens in Target.
See,
it always happens
Spencer,
in Target. And I
here
don't
was
know
your
how to say like,
Spencer,
bye.
here's your fatal mistake. you portray yourself as an outgoing conversationalist.
Mm-hmm.
So people are like, Spencer loves to talk. I'm going to go talk to Spencer. But me and Anthony were willing to be jerks, whereas I feel like maybe things have changed as of late, Spencer, but like I feel like as far as like people from your past, you're quite a friendly guy. And you're asking for it.
Yeah, not this Christmas, but last Christmas, I was stopped by someone we went to high school with, and I was just like, God.
That's the sound.
You're like in the greeting card section where you're just like, hey.
Oh, fuck.
And they're like, oh my God, Spenny. Oh my God.
Exactly.
That was the nicest greeting I've ever seen in my entire life.
God.
Spenny. Nobody has ever greeted me as well as you have just now.
What's really embarrassing is like forgetting the person's name and really just going with the conversation, trying so hard to remember. And I'm not listening to one bit of the conversation because the whole time I'm like, this person, I know this person's face. They have a name. I used to know their name. Don't know their name anymore.
You know, like where you know that you're like, you were in this class with this teacher. You sat here exactly. Like, you know them. You just don't know the name.
Does that ever make you guys feel like you're getting older?
Like forgetting people?
Forgetting people's names.
yeah.
You're like, I don't know who that is. I know I did know who that was, but like, fuck, I don't know who that is.
I will it happened to me very recently at In-N-Out, where the person was like, hey, Anthony. And I was like, hey, can I get some spread, please? And
Their
they
name
were
is-
like, yeah.
They have a name tag.
But
They're
but
wearing a
they
name
literally go,
tag.
but no, look, guys, literally, they go, you remember me, right? And I had to keep eye contact with them and then make the conscious decision to break, to go to their chest and look
And they saw
and
it.
be like, yeah.
They saw it.
And immediately, can I just tell you this? It let the person down a lot. And I felt bad. But look, I'm aging. My bones are getting old. My muscles hurt. I forget your guys' names sometimes. So you best believe I'm going to forget this person who I haven't seen in a couple years.
I'm in a
I was
podcast
just
with
like-
two guys.
To be fair,
I'm
Anthony,
in a podcast with two guys.
To be fair, Anthony, you've been calling me Spencer since we met. So
And Travis.
And Travis, there we go.
See, here's the thing, though. I think that I intentionally give people other names when I first meet them to almost like get them prepared for me to forget their name for the rest of the time that I know them. That I will not know your name like correctly. So if I start early, I'm not letting anybody down.
Yeah, low expectations. Start with
the wrong name. Episode 5. Cinco. That's it. Episode 5. That was it. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to DM us your small potatoes ideas. And that is something that is inconsequential, insignificant, maybe controversial opinion that you feel we need to discuss or more likely argue on the air. So send it in at smallpotatoespod on Instagram, smallpotatoespod@gmail.
Send it.
Also, listen, we need a sign off. We're still looking for it, surprisingly, because you guys are pretty
need a way to
shitty at
end the
giving
show.
sign offs.
5 episodes later, still
I'm
looking.
starting to think that you guys just aren't finishing the episodes. So if you're here listening to us right now, we appreciate you. Everyone else who can't hear us talking right now, fuck off.
you.
We don't need you as an audience member. We do. No, but we really do. That's a lie.
Keep
we
downloading
Really,
our podcast.
Also, review it. Please, review it.
we need that to
Review.
happen. It's really important for us in the world of algorithms.
If you've gotten to this episode and you still don't like the podcast, give us a 5 stars so that we can see that you reviewed us, and then we'll maybe try to work from there. But at least give us the 5 stars. At the very least, do that.
All right. Episode over.
Bye.